Mystic whispers echo through the halls. Old gods tremble, walls will fall. In the ashes lies the prophecy. Scars and power all inside of me. Rusty bridges fracture in the night. Desperate hands reaching for the light. I'm the message carved into your skin. Where the end is where we all begin. I'm the new cult of personality. Break the system, bring the sanity. Raging fire, burn the old creed. In the chaos, you'll be following me.
Hello and welcome to Random Nonsense. It is, of course, a Thursday. We are here together once again, me and Lord Hef Machismo and the adorable Daenerys, who apparently now has a new best friend, who she's my cat but now loves my friend, so that's fair. I will allow it because I love my friend too. But we are here to entertain, bullshit, and chat with you guys today, actually. We're here kind of for you. I figured we'd do something a bit different. We're still going to do like our random bullshit that we do. But then at the same time, we're going to want you guys to ask us questions, bullshit with us. You know, we want some engagement with you guys today. So we're going to make this a bit fun. But first, we have to do the RIP for Val Kilmer. That hurt my soul that morning. So I woke up, and I always like flip through my phone when I first get up, check text and whatnot. And it was like the number one thing on my phone. So I click it. I'm like, that's got to be an April Fool's Day joke. And I'm like, it's not an April Fool's Day joke. And it makes me sad because, like, I forget sometimes how many things he's been in because I haven't watched any of his movies in a long time, which is sad.
R.P. Iceman.
Definitely. But when I started going through the list of movies he was in, I'm like, man, he was in so many great movies. Like, for me, my favorite Val Kilmer movie is The Doors. That's my favorite Val Kilmer movie.
He was phenomenal.
So
he even like
good.
looked like
and he actually sang the parts too, which was so good.
Yeah.
So that by far was my favorite one because it was just so well put together. Because like I was a fan of The Doors before I watched the movie. I didn't even know there was a movie until I was a little older.
Yeah.
But I loved their music before that, and I was like, oh my god, that is the best fucking movie ever. My second favorite is of course Batman. I think he's a better Bruce Wayne than a Batman, but I enjoy the movie, if that makes sense. But I really think for like if Batman and Bruce Wayne were actually two different people, Val Kilmer would have been Bruce Wayne and Ben Affleck would be Batman. Travis.
I'm sorry. Usually I'll be clicking on the.
I know, my bad. I got you.
No. It's really my own fault for being amazing. Top Secret. I think I remember that was like
I didn't watch that
one. That was like an early.
If you
one.
woke up with a hangover and a 4-leaf clover sticking out of your ass, would you tell anyone?
No, but I'd take pictures and then I'd be like, "Yo, Jimmy did this."
You know, I would tell everyone because
Travis did that. I'm sorry, I don't know why.
If I fell asleep and woke up with a 4-leaf clover in my butt, I would feel like something good gonna happen. It's lucky. I'm telling everyone, like, I had a clover in my butt.
I'm the only Irish person you know, so you'd be like, "Hefty."
Yeah.
Like to leave my mark. Of a 4-leaf clover in people's buttholes.
Sounds dirty.
That's all I want to do with my life, really.
And my third favorite Val Kilmer movie, of course, Tombstone. Doc Holliday.
Oh,
Doc Holliday.
We lost our Huckleberry.
Such a good fucking character, and he's so good at it. Like even when like it's he's gonna be dying soon, he's still super sharp and talking shit while he's like fucking hand is shaking. You're like, oh, Doc Holliday, a fucking badass.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What's your Val Kilmer top 3?
Top Gun, The Doors, and That's about it.
That's it, really?
I'm not really a Val Kilmer guy.
Fair enough. Not judging. He's not for everybody.
It's all right. I mean, I respect him. Oh no, Tombstone. Duh, Tombstone. Yeah, fuck me. Yeah, Tombstone.
I mean, sure, why not?
She knew it was coming. She's woken up with a couple 4-leaf clovers.
Oh, I forgot about Heat and Willow. How did I forget about Willow? Oh my god, I'm a
Never
bad...
seen Willow.
What?
Never seen Willow.
Dude.
Yeah.
Maybe we gotta watch. We gotta have a watch party. Never seen Willow. We gotta
I don't
do that.
know, man. Do we though?
Yes, yes, we do.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Okay, I believe you.
I feel like you don't. Hey, I watched Terror at Blood Fart Lake based on what you told me.
Okay.
Exactly.
All
That's my
right.
point. I took a movie I'd never heard of
All right.
from anywhere, and if I wouldn't have known you, I would have never known the movie. And I brought it home and I watched it. And yes, I fell in love with it.
Okay, that's fair.
So see,
All right,
you're like Danielle sometimes, and I'm like, watch this movie. She's like, no, I don't want it. It's stupid. I'm like, shut up and just watch it.
Most times people just give up on recommending shit to me.
Fair enough.
Like they know I'll never watch it. I'm like, yeah.
But yeah, sad for Val Kilmer.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Like, just in like a quick little nutshell, if you really think about, we're only in fucking April. How many celebrities have already died? Like, I feel like it's getting more and more.
He was Monday, right? So he was like March.
Yeah.
March is riddled.
No, he was Tuesday.
Was he Tuesday?
Yep, he was Tuesday. Because I sent it Wednesday morning when I woke up. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday. My brain is stupid, so that's how it goes.
I thought it was. I thought it was Monday. No, you're right. It probably was Tuesday. Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah.
He was a really good actor. You know what I mean? And while I'm not the biggest fan, he definitely made a mark. And I mean, he's been fucked. The guy's been working for like 40 years.
That's a good plan.
Hell yeah, that's a good idea.
See, even
no, I believe it. I'm not saying it's not a great movie. I just, I've never seen. If we really want to get into it, I never saw Legend either.
Tim Curry and Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's the ones. I know. I've never seen The Labyrinth either. I own the Labyrinth.
I was like Jennifer Connelly, like alone. Just Jennifer Connelly.
No, I was saying how far I could take it. No, I've had that. I used to have that on beta. Shit.
Tim Curry has the devil is one of the greatest performances ever.
I can't tell what Groovy is whatting to. Which one of my fallacies?
Both of those.
Oh. Yeah, the only one I lied about was what was the last one we were saying?
Labyrinth.
Oh, Labyrinth, yeah.
I mean, how could you not watch that with the cod piece, bro? And the fact that he's weirdo.
Ludo.
I haven't watched that movie in a while either. That's probably one I need to sit through again. Ooh, Red Planet was a good one. No, he wasn't in The Jackal. That was Bruce Willis.
Wait, was he in Ghosts of Mars? The John Carpenter one? I forget.
We could Google it. It's still the same character, technically. Don't be picky. It's still the devil he bred with big old black horns. And it's Tim Curry.
Who's that?
Sometimes.
It's very difficult being my friend, I understand.
Sometimes, yep.
Yes.
Because for a split second, I'm like, no. And then my brain goes, he's into horror movies. I'm like
wearing almost like the troll face shirt. Like that almost looks like that troll meme with the guy. You know what I mean?
So you're just gonna troll the show today? Nice.
Maybe. No.
That's fine.
I'll be good. It hurts sometimes. I'm sorry.
It does. Like it's a piercing thing into your soul.
I'm sorry.
So here's a good question for people. Do you still try to recommend movies to your other friends or show ones to your kids that you used to love and get that bounce back where they love it, or they're like, Dad, that was stupid? Because I'm always that person. I love to give back. So when my brother was a kid and he started like getting to actually watch movies, I showed him everything I grew up on. So we went through TV shows, went through movies. I feel like that's that rite of passage. You have to pass on the knowledge of what you know to the next generation.
My brothers, so we all pretty much grew up until a certain point in the same household. So, and I was the oldest. No, I understand. Yes, I thank you, Travis. I appreciate you, brother. You know I love you. Most of the stuff that I watched, they didn't have a choice. They watched.
Fair enough.
And way too young to be watching the stuff we were watching. but you know, it
No, I get
was what
that.
it was. And yeah, so they pretty much, so there's not many things I think that I grew up with or stuff that I liked back in the day that like at least my brothers haven't seen.
Mhm.
And with friends, it's tough these days because there's a lot of things I want to show people.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, cool, I have that Blu-ray, or cool, I have that DVD. I'll let you borrow it. They're like, I don't have anything to play as physical media. And I'm like, well, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Then I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can find it on a, you know, on like a
'Cause-
streaming thing or something.
Because that used to be our problem until I got the computer and the
Yeah.
PlayStations. That used to be our problem where you'd be like, "Oh, I got that." I'm like, "Oh, I don't have
Yeah, I
anything
don't
to
have
play
anything to
this
play
on."
it on. Yeah.
Yeah, because everything I own is either built in the or put in this computer or the PlayStations. So I'm like, okay, and everything else I just stream.
Yeah.
Streaming has ruined everything. Remember when we used to go outside
No.
and we'd have fun
Oh wait, yeah.
until the cows came home?
Mm-hmm. Well, until the street lights went on, then you had to be home.
Yeah.
Well, you know, unless you were staying over at a friend's house and their parents didn't care, and then it was like, woohoo, fuck this, I'm gonna fucking ride my bike until I'm dead.
Or if you were staying at a friend's house whose parents were out of town and their older brother sounded just like their dad. So when he calls your parents going, "Oh, Josh is spending the night tonight."
Oh, I never had that. No, my parents would always, no, my parents were, they'd find out. They'd know. But it was a lot of fun.
I think that was the weird thing about growing up in a small town. So like where I grew up was 3 hours north from where we are right now. And you basically know everyone around you, everybody knows you, whatnot. But it was one of those towns where like you got away with a lot of shit when we were kids, like things we probably shouldn't have been getting away with. Like it was a weird time growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s. It was a weird fucking time. Kind of miss those days. They were kind of fun.
They were great, dude. Better times and arguably simpler times.
You know, if I was making the money I'm making now in 1999, I'd be rich, yo.
That's true.
Like I'd be balling, which is sad to think. It's very sad.
We'd still be friends, right?
Of course we would.
Okay.
I mean, we'd be rich. We'd
Hell
be
yeah.
doing this show from like different countries and shit,
That'd be wild.
right?
Travis is Batman
and Jimmy is Wolverine.
That's true. My daughter hates the majority of the movies I thought were awesome or hilarious. I guess that's kind of, you know, that'll happen.
So I've been watching Jimmy with his Wolverine claws. I might have looked some up on Amazon and they're in my cart to buy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because now I want to. Well, what I want to do is I want to get I want to go to the hardware store and get some wood and stuff and actually make like a mount for them on the wall so they can sit cross like this.
Oh, I like that.
And I think it'd look cool. That way I can use them if I want to, but then
You can just put it right back and it's like a nice little set piece.
I mean,
too.
and if you can't tell from the camera angles, I display stuff. So in my head, it sounds perfect. They do get played with. Don't get me wrong. They do get played with. There's a whole ring over there for these guys. Yeah, I'm an adult and I play with toys. Fuck you.
Same.
It's a good pastime. It keeps my brain young. I think that's why I don't look like I'm going to be 40 soon. And I think that's why my hair still grows.
And what a mane it is. My God, you shaking it.
Fluffy today.
Your hair has a butt crack right now. That's so funny.
Butt crack hair?
Butt crack hair.
Oh, it does have a butt crack. I think it's the hairband. Wait, can I look like a 90s rock or an 80s rocker?
Probably.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
The girl's poison.
Nice. Wait, did you just sing a Belle Biv DeVoe song?
I did. My brain is a walking MP3 player.
I like it. No, that was great.
Like, one of my coworkers, and we'll be playing music in the morning, and she'll be like, "You don't know what song that is," and I tell her like the band and the name of the song. She goes, "How do you know that? It's before your time." I'm like, "You don't understand the amount of music I have crammed into this skull."
Yeah, dude, music was like that was huge when I was a kid, and that's why I like too. And like, and it's funny with a lot of like old songs because of like Fallout and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ella Fitzgerald's and all like the old
Yep.
stuff. When I worked at this other place, on Sundays we would have like Fallout Sundays, me and my buddy Brian.
Oh, that's
and we would just play the Fallout 3 and the New Vegas soundtrack all day while we were working.
Soundtrack.
And people would come in, and the most things they said would be like the younger people would be like, "Oh, well, like middle agers, I guess would have been back." They'd be like, "Oh, this reminds me of like the music my grandparents listened to." And the older people would come in and they'd be like, "How do you know this stuff?" And we were like, "Because when the bombs dropped, man, that's all that was left." So it was really funny.
That is pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it was. It was really awesome. Those were pretty good times, man. We listened to some good stuff.
me and my younger brother worked at a Pizza Hut out west together, so we would both go in at the same time first thing in the morning. And he was in the kitchen, I was in the front end, having to get the front end all open and set to go. And he would always start the day with "Walking on Sunshine."
Nice.
And
That's my "I Just Got Laid" song.
really,
Which is why you've never heard me whistle it.
Fair enough.
It's like,
but like, it got to the point where like, even now when I wake up some mornings, I hear it in the back of my head. Like I hear "Walking on Sunshine." I'm like, oh, like get the fuck out of there. Like, but I don't know. Music has that effect on you. It hooks into your brain.
It does.
And I'm very grateful that I grew up when I grew up, because most of the older people in my family were getting modernized by like my uncles and stuff. So they had like, instead of having the tapes anymore, we have the CD collection. So I'd be like going through their stuff, like, can I borrow this? Can I borrow this? And I would like go through all of their music. So I was go through all of my grandparents' music, both of my uncles. And then my mom is a lot like me and my brother. We love music. It's like, it's kind of mine and Danny's secret language to one another. Like we could send each other a song and we instantly know what's going on with the other person. And so my mom had like one of those like fucking ones with the zipper thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, fuck yes. So I just hovered in all the music I could take. Some of it I loved.
Do you remember back with the people that had like the multi-disc changers in their cars? You'd be like, "Oh, you're balling!" Like, you have 12 CDs going on right now. And you can do that shit. Yeah. That was good stuff. And yeah, I think that it's different. And again, with digital music, man, it's kind of
Whoa, Black Betty, wham, wham.
Whoa, Black Betty, wham, wham. Black Betty had a child, wham, wham.
When I was a kid, for Christmas one year, my mom got me one of those JVC all-in-ones. So it still had the 2 tape decks down at the bottom.
Yeah, those are
then
great.
It had the little equalizer bar.
You know what's great about those is if you had a CD, but you didn't have I guess like if you wanted to like fucking have an album that you were borrowing from somebody, pop it in the CD player and just record it onto a tape.
That's what I used to do all the time.
I used to do that shit all the time. It was great.
But what made this cool, and I thought I was the coolest kid at the time, it had a 3-disc changer on the top.
Oh yeah,
so I had like the 3 different discs, and it would bounce to the next one, and it as a kid when you crank it, it's got that thunder, and you feel so good. And you're just like, it's the middle of June, and I'm not at school. Blah 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 blah.
I remember when I lived out of state.
I don't know. I went there.
I don't know, but I love it. It's funny. So like, I lived out of state. I didn't live in this town yet, but my family did. My brothers and my mom and stuff, and I would come to visit. And they had, they were into pretty good music.
Yeah.
Their whole lives too, and look, heavy shit, loud shit. They run the gamut. Punk stuff, but we had you're welcome. But I would come and I would visit, and I would bring like 6 feet under and like Cannibal Corpse shit, and it would blast. We would blast it inside because like my mom would be at work, and it would just be my brothers at home during the summer and shit. And the woman that was in, like, if we're facing my driveway, JJ, now to the left of us, the one on the end there used to be like a woman that worked like nights but slept days there that lived there with her son Tom, and like we would blast that shit, and several times she came over and was like, see what I'm saying? She came over and she was like, you guys turn it down. It's like never even thought of it. Dude, we'd drag it out in the driveway and we'd be smoking weed in a circle with like that shit blaring. And you think of where I live right now.
Yeah.
And just like it was very loud, and like I didn't live there, so I was like, whatever, this is fucking great and stuff like that. But it was, there was one time a guy that lived across the street from us comes up to me. I was outside. I was kind of like living there at this point, and he goes, "Hey man," he's like, "Listen, I don't care what you guys do." He's like, "But what I can see," he's like, "everybody can see." Hinting that like we would just sit in a circle and smoke weed back when it was illegal in the driveway, and got a bunch of old people in my neighborhood and stuff like that. But it was really funny to think about that. But it was just the CD changer brought me back to that. Yeah, man, let's fucking just blast out on that shit. I always loved the equalizer though, because I think I only ever had one that had the equalizer on it, but it was so cool I'd spend forever just getting that right sound. But the problem was it would just be for that one album that you have in there. So if you take it out and it's, it's like, you jump from like metal to hip hop or something like that, you'd have to reset the EQ because it didn't sound the same.
Yep, you had to readjust it and whatnot.
Yeah, but
so here's a fun story that other than my brother and two of my other friends are the only ones who know because we've lied about it to this day. So my mom used to have this really nice stereo, like nice. Like when you turn it up, you can feel the floor vibrate.
nice. Okay.
And we were dumb kids and we were like, how loud can it really go? So we go outside, leave my brother in the house, and he's turning it up because like he could see us through the window. So we're doing the thumbs up or down. So as we're walking away, we're living in a trailer park at the time. So we're at the front of the park because that was the first trailer. And we walked all in my friend's house at the end and we could still hear it. Next thing you know, you hear and blew the speakers. Blew them out.
No.
And so my mom's not home and we're like running back to the house because like what the fuck happened? So we're trying to find out what's going on and whatnot. We get back to the house and I don't know what to tell my mom. So we turn everything off, we shut it, and my friends leave. So it's just me and my brother. And thank God before she got home, there was a thunderstorm. And I was like, Danny, we lost power. We had that on. Like, I got this. To this day, that's what my mom thinks happened to her stereo.
Wow.
Yep.
So if you're watching Mama Emer,
that's the only reason I said it, because I know she doesn't watch it. And then watch her for the first time and forever watch the show.
Yeah, she just popped up in the chat.
I knew something happened to my stereo.
Shit. Yeah, first CDs I bought, Benatar, hell yeah.
I am an asshole. I forgot to make this visible on Facebook. So if anyone was trying to watch it on Facebook, sorry. Though I'm thinking about not streaming it as much on Facebook anymore. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Public, because I'm stupid. Sorry about that. Now back to your regular scheduled program.
Already in progress.
Yeah, we are halfway. Oh, okay. We're not even halfway yet. Holy shit. We've talked about a lot of shit, and we're not even halfway.
What are you doing? Get up there. Get comfortable. You're like lying in the most... You're going to fall off my pants.
I don't know what's happening here. My cat has now become friends.
Yeah.
With the hefty.
This is the most she's ever been around me, too, so I'll take it.
Well, you've been over here a lot more lately, so she's getting used to you.
That's true.
And at least she's trying. The other two just run from you.
Yeah. I give all the good pets. It's only a matter of time before every cute animal in the world knows that shit.
So, do you remember what the first
Jimmy
is you bought?
Mom?
Don't tell my mom. You know who she is. She's a stranger. Do you remember the first CD you ever bought?
No.
Jeez, it is a bad day.
No, because I would steal CDs. or like, I mean, it was better times. I didn't have money. They were fucking easily liftable. Fuck you, Record Town.
Yeah, they were probably the easiest thing to steal back then.
Yeah, no,
Hoodie! What's up, brother?
What's
I'm
up,
sorry.
buddy?
I just made it live on Facebook. I apologize. I totally forgot. I had it open in the background, but forgot to jump over there and do it. So I apologize, my friend.
God, no, I can't remember what my first CD was. I know I
You're shedding.
done a lot of them. And we used to do like the Columbia House thing too.
Oh yeah, where you
so
get
it was
the 10 free. And
yeah.
Easy, punk.
Sneak Bobo on the plane. I don't actually own Bobo.
Tom and Amy do.
Tom and Amy have Bobo.
And let's not. Last time I poked that bear, I had bruises for
it. Yeah, and I don't think I'd want to bring Bobo on a plane flight. Like, no.
Especially the way those planes
that
have been going lately, yeah.
Well, that would make you, me, and Sam be like Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, and fucking Billy, oh, that'll be the day.
Buddy Rogers?
No, Buddy
Holly.
Buddy Holly, thank you.
Okay, wait, where was it going?
Shame on me. But yeah. Now, what about you? What was your favorite or first CD?
Sadly enough, not sadly. I know he's not.
Wait, let me guess. Sharon, Lois, and Bram.
No.
Raffi.
No.
Hold on. The Wiggles.
No.
I give up.
The first CD I ever bought was Kid Rock's American Badass album, and it is still to this day one of my favorite albums. Yeah, I know how he's talking, but I still love that man's music.
That's fine.
I don't care.
Fine,
I will die on that hill. I will ball with the ball to the bang, the bang, the diggy, 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 seal up the boogie.
Oh, you're Bobo. Oh yeah, I do love labs. So maybe we'll
Jackson's a
see.
lab, so
Jackson's a lab. Iris is a lab. Iris is a black lab. My old man's dog down in South Kakalaki. So yeah, I love all animals. I made a new friend. That was my good thing for the week. I made a new friend. He was a 4-month-old boxer Rottweiler mix. That was the owner of my company's dog, and he was my best bud. Not only because I bought him turkey because I knew he was there, so I'm like, I'm gonna feed you turkey. But I give the best pets, and he was all and they love the beard. I don't know what it is, but they love the beard. And I'm like, okay,
probably because food gets in it, so they can smell the food in the beard.
that could be.
I mean, I feel like that's why.
Or
Jack
just so
mine.
damn sexy.
I'll go option 2.
Yeah, that sounds about right for me. That's the one that's going to get me to sleep at night at least.
Mojo, Rosie, and Tucker.
Oh, it's going to be great. They're all going to be my besties.
I love babies, so
I'm going to be surrounded by puppers as this is.
they're adorables.
They are.
I want a bulldog. That's what I want.
You gotta have one.
This is true.
I'm like got the jowls. I'm kind of like droopy.
Oh dear.
Oh, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. How terrible. Boo-hoo.
Droopy was such a weird character. Like cartoons back before, like, I'm gonna say like 93. Anything before 93, cartoons were fucking weird
And awesome.
No, I'm not saying they weren't, but they were fucking weird.
Yeah, they were
great.
Like,
there were so many like weird gems. Like, what the fuck's the snork?
I love snorks.
I know that's
little.
That's why I asked you what the fuck is a snork.
I don't know. It's like I guess because like their little thing resembles a snorkel.
Well, they were underwater.
They were underwater.
And Smurfs were on the ground.
Yeah, Smurfs were above ground. Yeah.
So were they all made by the same people?
No, I think they were two completely different. Smurfs were, I think, Peo was his name. He's like a French guy. That invented Smurfs.
Is it wrong that I used to think Smurfette was hot?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, you're judged.
God.
No, not at all. No, not at all.
I always felt bad for Smurfette. Even as a kid, I used to ask my grandfather in the math.
Well, she started out evil. She was invented by Gargamel.
But she's the only girl there now.
I know.
How do they keep making more Smurfs?
Smurfette. Oh, before Smurfette?
Yeah. Like there was a whole village before she got there.
This interview's over.
Shutting it down now.
Shut it down now. Butt babies. Next question.
Butt babies.
I got it all.
The original Transformers. Amazing. It's a great cartoon. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Great cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
Heathcliff. Great cartoon.
Loved Heathcliff.
Garfield. Not so much.
We are now enemies.
You diss the lasagna.
I hate Mondays. I love lasagna. I became Al Bundy, Homer Simpson, and Garfield all wrapped into one.
Looney Tunes were awesome. That was some of like my first introduction to violence.
Yeah.
Like if you really think about it, the Looney Tunes were pretty fucked up to one another.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny was cross-dressing before it was a thing.
Daffy used to get his fucking face blown off all the time.
Mighty
Elmer
Max,
Fudd's a creeper.
Yeah.
Good cartoon.
Yeah, Mighty Max was awesome.
Ooh, Tom and Jerry.
Pink Panther I loved. It was so weird. It was had like the Don Mancini music to it. So it was...
I know, that's what I was just humming.
Oh, no, I know.
Okay, I was just like,
but they'd also have like Inspector Clouseau on there, like the aardvark and the anteater.
Inspector Clouseau.
That was good stuff. Yeah, great shit. And Frady Cat. Nobody Tui remembers Frady Cat.
I don't think I know that one.
I have this. It was back in 2010, before the first time we were going to go to the camp that we love that's up in Keysville, RIP Tall Timbers. I was at Walmart and there was like 100, it was like for like $5 or $6. It was a DVD. It was like a bunch of discs and it was like all these old school cartoons, like public domain shit. And like some Gumby and shit. And one of them on there was this one called Frady Cat I never heard of. And it was like, arguably one of my favorite that was on there.
Nice.
And
Okay.
it was like there was all these ones that were like these so obscure, like 60s and 70s cartoons, and going back even further on it that I'd never even heard of.
Mhm.
But it was perfect because it was like we'd get high and we'd watch it in the morning while I made Jason pancakes and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Those are like
shit.
pancakes with the eye holes and bacon as the chevrons and syrup and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Oh, and here's my second buddy. Here's where my other buddy.
It's yours says Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner.
Yes.
That poor coyote. He should have died so many times.
Yeah. Here's my other buddy.
I used to love the three bears that would just beat the shit out of each other all the time. Like hitting each other with rocks.
Oh, yeah.
And someone's always getting smacked around.
Yes, sir.
Those ones were great.
Yeah, there were a lot of great old cartoons. Actually, I'm going to have to go hunt that fucking Ren and Stimpy. Yes.
How do we not get to there?
Of course. I liked Doug as well. Doug was a really good one that I enjoyed.
I enjoyed Doug.
And I was kind of like a teenager at that point, so I was kind of like on the cusp for but it was the 90s, so it was kind of like made for kind of an edgier audience with Snick and stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed Doug, Ren and Stimpy. There was that one with the toys on it, Kablam.
Yep. We were talking about that the other day.
We talked about that the other week, yeah.
And I have to take one from Groovy's list when we did a cartoon, like our top 10 cartoons. Rocco's Modern Life. That was such a good show, and I couldn't believe it wasn't on my list.
Life. Yeah.
And Groovy I was like, son of a bitch. I didn't even think of that. It's such a good show.
Who do we got here? Jimmy says Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, Foghorn Leghorn, and Master Shake. That's my cartoon, Mount Rushmore. That's awesome. Quail Man was amazing. Where the underpants
Master Shake on the Mount Rushmore.
Hey, guys, I'm cooler than you are. Shut up.
Shut up,
Look, both of you idiots. Shut your freaking mouths now.
You got those little things on your feet too? I thought I was the only one.
I thought it was the only. I'm gonna rape you.
You beat me too.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, Jaleel White did the. Steve Urkel did the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog on that.
Is that the one where he ate the chili dogs, or the other one? Because that one's my favorite, where he ate the chili dogs. The animation's more like anime, and he's just so goofy, and he loves.
Yeah, the original one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Garbage Day is a very dangerous day. Oh, Chili Dog one.
All right, sweetness.
Early Kyler, yes. Oh, Squidbillies, that was a great one.
Oh,
C Lab 2021. I think. All right. Oh, you didn't like that one?
No,
that's okay.
I love that one. And the one scene in that show that always sticks out in my head is the one where they see the alternate versions of them, and the one's the duck, and he's like, "I love you, I love you, Bizarro, Bizarro, I love you." Like for some reason, every time I hear that, that's the scene that replays in my head. I don't know why. And then what's going on in the background? He's like, "What the fuck?" Oh, Bizarro!
I just fed him a whole bag of peanuts. Got the peanut allergy.
Yep.
Mustache on or off? Oh, too bad.
I love the first 5 seasons of Archer. Anything after season 5, I'm not a fan.
Never watched it. I love H. John Benjamin. Love Dr. Cat MD. I could never really get into Archer.
It's like Bob's Burgers for me. I can't get into that one. I've tried. I don't like Bob's Burgers.
I don't either. It's tolerable. It's tolerable. Yeah. So Adventure Time. I think this is a great time to talk about how wonderful that show was. That show was fucking amazing.
It shouldn't have been that good for what it was.
It had no business being as good as it was. That show had no business being as amazing as it was.
That was one of those shows when I lived out west. Me, my brother, and one of our other friend would never miss. Like we knew the new one was coming out. We'd be there watching it every fucking week. That runs so many emotions and like topics, and just is done and not only like simple ones, but like existential things and stuff. It just, what a great show. I actually love Steven Universe. Loved Steven Universe. I thought that was I like Steven and Uncle Grandpa. Good morning. Good morning. I say that to Nasa sometimes. I have to explain to her what I'm doing. So I'll walk in, I'm like, good morning. Good morning. And she's like, why do you sound like that? I go, it's a TV show. Oh, wait. The whole movies was great. Yeah. We Bear Bears. Ooh, Teen Titans Go. I love Teen Titans Go. I like Teen Titans.
Oh,
Teen Titans
the
Go.
Amazing World of Gumball. My car.
I never got into that one. I tried. I didn't like Gumball.
I stole my car's name from that because in it the dad named his car Cartex, and I'm like, I'm absolutely like the horse from
I know the
Never Ending
630,
Story.
but it's not. There's a cat.
Nope.
I just realized that after the fact what I look like. Like,
well,
let's not do that.
Yeah, we're doing it on screen. Whatever.
We didn't even have to start an OnlyFans for that.
Wee bears. Yeah, Gumball was. I don't know how you couldn't get into Gumball.
I don't know. Like, I tried.
You were a broken person.
It just, I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe I'll retry again, but
no.
It wasn't for me.
It was one of those. It was. Oh, you know what it was? Is I was in between jobs at one point. It was at my dark days. With the pills and everything. It was after I went from my last job to my current job, and I was in a real bad place.
Billy and Mandy. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
I love that show. Dexter's Local Oratory.
Dexter.
Not to cut you off, but it popped in my head.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that was a good one. But that's when I watched a lot of those because I was at home a lot. And I was like kind of going through like benzo withdrawal.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, so that's wild. But so I was catching a lot of daytime television, and that was a lot of what I watched was Gumball and Uncle Grandpa and the stuff that was on, like Adventure Time.
No, I get that.
Samurai Jack was pretty kick-ass. Pretty much R.I.P. Cartoon Network. That fucking
Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai.
Afro fucking Samurai. The soundtrack alone sold me on that show. Fucking the RZA. Dude, oh, I love.
Stop. Yes,
such a good show.
Cow and chicken. I am.
He's a cow. I'm a chicken. Ed, oh yeah. To this day, still one of my favorite shows ever. I love Ed and Eddie.
Hey, Double D. Yeah, that was a good one. Okay, you got to get off my lap, cat. You know what time it is. There you go, babe. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I'll be back. JJ, you're on your own.
All right. I'll run with it. Yes, please.
Got you.
So now we're on cartoons, and now I'm alone, so we're going to keep talking about cartoons because I'm good with that. You're fine. Oh, okay. So as you can tell, I'm wearing a Powerpuff Girls shirt. I fucking love the Powerpuff Girls. I always have. I don't know why, and what sold me on the Powerpuff Girls is Mojo Jojo. Something about Mojo Jojo made me fall in love with that show. Like after that, I was like, whatever else happens, I'm in for it because that was fucking, to me, hilarious. And I feel like cartoons have that way of they connect to you. They something about it at that time in your life or whatever, like you're drawn into that because we've all seen most of these cartoons, but some of them have more of that spot in your heart than other versions. Like for me, The Simpsons, not so much. Like I do enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not like a fan. Like I'm like, all right, another season of The Simpsons. Great. Let's keep going with The Simpsons. I prefer Futurama over The Simpsons, hands down. Futurama is a much better show, more well-written. And, they're two different things, but being coming from the same mind, Futurama is the best work he's done. I got my dog named Mojo, and she had a brother Jojo. Aw, that is hilarious and awesome. Shit, why did I ever think about naming one of my animals Mojo? Dumbass. Fuck. But we are a little over halfway now. We're almost at 40 minutes. So I'm going to throw it out to you guys. Is there anything you want to ask us about certain shows, music, movies, a bullshit question? Try something different. You got something on your mind you want to ask? Is my hair real? Yes, my hair is real. And is there half naked men behind me that are 6 inches? Yes. Yes, they are. So those kind of questions, whatever you feel like asking, we are here for. But if you have a question for Hefty, you have to direct it to Lord Hef Machismo. That way he knows. My favorite animated movie? Okay, so my favorite animated movie of all time, and I'm not doing like the computer one, like hand-drawn movies. I would have to say, oh, fuck, what is it? Spirit, the one with the horse. And during the war and stuff, for some reason, the animation in that movie is so good. The soundtrack is spot on, and it's, I don't know, that would probably be where I'd want to go. Like, that would be my all-time favorite cartoon movie. Really? Emperor's New Groove is okay. I, it's an so I got out of that phase of Disney movies there for a spell. Even when I was a kid, like I switched to the other movies, like what other cartoon movies came out that weren't Disney because I got forced Disney down my throat from my grandmother. So I grew up with like Snow White, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, the one who pricks her finger and goes to sleep. That one, Sleeping Beauty. That's the one I'm thinking about. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Which, if you've seen the actual movie, like the new one that just came out, I'm sorry you wasted your money. And if you haven't seen it, don't waste your money. That's simple. I'm sorry, Travis. Ooh, American Tail is such a good movie. Fievel Goes West, also a great movie. Oh, Land Before Time makes me cry even as an adult. I won't even lie. Like, I still cry over that movie. Like, that movie sucks. Not sucks like that, but it sucks. It hurts the feels. It was very good. Yep. Oh, yes, Hefty. Every fucking time. Nice. I love Heavy Metal. It's a great movie. And long necks don't play with three horns.
That little girl that played Ducky.
Oh, why you gotta bring that up?
She was also in Jaws the Revenge.
And she was also in Poltergeist, right?
Nope.
Wasn't that her?
Nope.
Oh, I'm lagging on your phone.
Well, no, it's a delay.
That's what people see. Funny. But what's your favorite cartoon soundtrack? For me, it's a very, very bad toss-up between Tarzan and the Goofy movie soundtrack. Those are like if I got stuck in a desert island and that's all I had left, I'm down. Like those are the two things I can bring. I'm good for music because both of them have really good music. We did love Spike and Ducky. And Petrie. Don't forget Petrie. Petrie is the shit. I agree with that one. That it's actually in my top 5. It's number 4. Shit. But yeah, so music. Yeah, that's where we're music. My brain shut off. I apologize, everybody. I do that. I'm like a computer. Sometimes I need to reboot real fast. I think I was 8, maybe 9 years old when I saw Heavy Metal for the first time. I was spending the night at a friend's house, and his older brother and one of his friends, who was also spending the night at their house, were watching it. And so me and my friend, or his brother, obviously, were like, "Oh, can we watch?" Like, yeah. So mom and dad were gone or asleep, and we just sat there and watched Heavy Metal, and it was one of the coolest movies I've ever seen in my life at that point because I was like, the animation, the swaying, the way things looked. It was in my head, even now, like when I think about it, visually is probably one of the well done movies. Hercules. Okay, that one's not bad actually. South Park movie soundtrack. I mean, how would you crush Ariel? You're having sex with a fish. Oh, that's not how you worded that. You're like, oh yeah, you did. My bad. I read it wrong. I apologize. My bad. I'm not good at the English language. It's not my first language. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's hard to explain. You don't have a stutter. It's really hard to explain that English is not our first language. It's what we learn after we learn to control the other parts. Then it becomes our next language. Because, you watch the show, you know how I talk. It's how it goes. Welcome back, sir.
Hello, thank you. Nice to be back.
You know, this dude was on Free Beer and Hot Wings not too long ago,
I was. It was amazing.
and he called Hot
Hot
Wings.
Wings.
He called Hot Wings a dildo
I
without
did.
calling him a dildo.
Yeah, I
should
just
go look
pointed
it up
at him.
online.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's. I don't have the video up, unfortunately.
Oh no! You
Oh,
told me to go to your channel. My bad.
no, I didn't put it on the
Shameless
channel.
plugging for you.
No, I know. Well, so it was funny because I want to do. One of my friends is Timmy, who he's a friend of theirs, and he's one of the moderators on the Segment 18 Facebook group.
It's a good question for after.
Yeah, maybe. But I asked him if I could share the footage, on the thing. He's like, well, we don't like for spoilers because they change it up for night shows. Mm-hmm. So I was like, he was like, but the contestants differ and stuff. So, the outcomes will be different. He's like, so it's okay. But I was like, and I'm thinking about it. It's been a couple weeks. There's been some live shows. I'll upload the footage at some point this weekend. But yeah.
Those of you who have a mustache, when it gets caught on the top of your can, oh, does that hurt? Oh, just rip hair in my face. Sorry, people. That sucked.
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is just a fake mustache. Watch. How wild would that be if I just ripped that shit off?
I'm not gonna lie. I love you to death, but if you did that, I'd stand up and be like, I don't even know you. You can leave my establishment,
that would have been my greatest.
Seriously, I would have been like, oh,
it's just not even a real mustache nowadays. No, without the stash, I am nothing, and without nothing, I am the stash, or something. I don't know.
But what if it's a mermaid centaur? So I was thinking about it.
Well,
that's why I want to go back to that. So what if like the top half is centaur and the bottom part's a mermaid? So he
would have a tough time going on land.
He'd be like a bull though, right? Because a centaur bull, right? That's what I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah. But that's the bottom half.
So then it'd still be a mermaid. So it'd have to be a.
Well, it would have.
Danielle is home.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Get her, Jackson. She's a pain in the butt. I apologize.
She's gonna kill you. Do you need a hand, sweetie?
Huh?
Do you need a hand?
I want to steal the downstairs refrigerator that's down there, but
I got you. Show's over in 15 minutes.
I suppose we could do this. No, we're not. What else doing? There you go. Never mind. But I don't know. They're like cartoon movies just hit differently for a lot of different reasons. It just I know what that is now that I finally got it off my face. Never mind. But what is
no, I just love like your out of context remarks. Like just now I know what it is all over my face. Like if somebody's just tuning in, they're not gonna know what the hell you're talking about with the black one. Or in the group chat the other day when like you were talking about your computer to Sam and you were like, oh, it's not that big. I'll send you a picture when I get home. And I looked at the text, that's what I read, and I'm like, out of context, that sounds really weird.
Yeah,
that sounds really bad.
It was not great.
If you know me, I don't have a filter. If it's in here, it's normally coming out of here.
What the hell are you drinking?
Sam Adams.
Summer Ale. They were out of Blue Moon. It's still a good beer though.
It's delicious.
What?
That's not my company's beer.
Neither is Blue Moon.
I know. You should be drinking like Bud Light or Budweiser.
I'm classy, bitch. I don't drink
No,
Bud
you're
Light or
not.
Budweiser. I'm a classy bitch.
No, you're not.
At least I don't drink Keystone.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the worst beer you've ever had? For me,
What's up, Breezy?
the red. Was it?
Hi there, Bear.
Red Dog. It was the one that had like the bulldog on it. It was
Red Dog.
Yeah.
Red Dog. Yeah.
That is probably by far the worst
boy.
beer I've ever had. It is just disgusting. What's up, Breezy?
Air Bear.
She says Beast.
Like
the monster ones?
No, Beast Ice. Like it's Milwaukee's best. The Beast Ice. Oh yeah. That's one of those ones where it's like,
really? You don't like IPAs, Groovy?
oh,
I love me a good IPA.
You don't like that? What's the matter?
Me either, Groovy. But I'm a cider person.
I need your English language skills.
Peels.
Thank you.
Peels,
I'll
yeah.
figure how to pronounce that. I'm not
How
smart.
about Schlitz, anybody?
Oh, Schlitz is
When
wrong.
you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer. Good.
Schlitz?
I used to
It's an
drink.
old beer. I don't even think they make it anymore.
I was outside.
No, okay.
Me and a friend used to drink
Bush Light. There you go.
Bud
Offended.
Bud Ice back in the day. Like, but we'd get like the 40-ounce bottle.
I would drink the
Oh.
Molson Ice in the tall boys.
That's what I used
You
to
remember
drink.
Molson Triple X?
Yep, we still
Woo!
sell it at the
That-
store.
Oh boy, that
Still
shit.
sell it.
Actually, it probably these days wouldn't be as bad as it was back in the day when I was just used to drinking Budweiser. Well, they don't have just. I like the piney hops. One's groovy, but they have citrusy ones too. So there's an IPA for everybody, man. You just gotta,
know what you're looking for.
The
yeah.
sours are pretty good.
My brother's a sour. Eddie, my youngest brother's a huge sour guy. He
Mhm.
loves sour beers.
Pam's drinking Bud Ice right now.
Ham's drinking a Bud Ice. Okay, there you go.
Representing.
Well, if your company made better beer, you know what I'm saying. Okay.
I'm right here, so can you just wait until I'm out of the way to fucking destroy him
I
altogether?
thought you were supposed to be my friend. Friends.
Oh, yeah. Friends also don't say that things when the girlfriend is right there and you're right there.
Have you not watched the show or been to my house before?
Hefty's in the middle.
Hefty's in the middle with Dinah. Hefty's in the middle. I know. Oh, I fucked up. I'll fix that later.
Yes.
That looked ridiculous. I was all folded wrong.
But yeah, there's like a brand new fridge downstairs on the landing, all in the box and shit. Walking up the stairs, I'm like, if I could lift that.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
put
if-
that in my Accord.
If we had a hand cart, we could have brought it up the stairs.
And bring ours downstairs for them to
Put it in the box, and then so when they open it, it's a beat up old fridge. Yeah, I'm sure that they would go around trying to look for it and then find it.
McGillicuddy's, god
Ew,
damn,
Aaron, you're
what the
gross.
fuck?
Don't drink McGillicuddy's.
Wow, peppermint schnapps.
How about a Mickey's?
God, that's some OE.
Ooh,
I remember there was this fucking night, man.
Rolling Rock.
What's my beer?
I was a huge Rolling Rock
Because
fan
it's
when I was
cheap and disgusting.
when I was 19 or 20.
Mhm.
That was my shit. I remember my most prized possession when I lived in Albany was I got a green pint glass of Rolling Rock from like a bar that was like right around the corner that I wasn't legally allowed to be in, but we, you got
Fuck
in there.
It was
it.
the 90s.
And I didn't even steal it. I talked to the bartender. I was like, man, I was like, can I get that glass? He was super cool. He was like, yeah. I was like, fuck yeah. It was my
That's
prized
bullshit.
possession. We had a ceramic sink at the place that I was working. And I was washing it one day and slippery soap slipped out of my hand, hit it, and it was like a deep one too. So the sink probably had to be
Oh, no.
and it just shattered. And so did my heart.
Oh,
I was like,
imagine.
God damn it. I guess why I can't have nice things. And then life went terrible. So, again.
You know what they say when you break glass? 7 years of bad luck.
That was a mirror. It doesn't need glass.
Glass is
Not
glass.
glass.
Glass is
God,
glass.
God, if it was glass, I'd
Yeah,
have
I have,
fucking
so many
bad luck
bowls
the
that
rest
I've
of my life. And then some. Do you know how many beer bottles I've broken?
Fair
So
enough,
not only
we will
that,
do.
there's been so many times when I've gotten out of a car from smoking with people on a bud cruise where we're smoking weed, and I'll have the glass bowl in my lap, and I'll get out of the car and just in front of actually, there's probably 4 or 5 in front of A+ that have been lost their lives there. So
I
hell
believe
yeah.
that. Groovy wants us to share our feel good stuff for Friday before the end of the show.
I did.
Did we do it in the beginning?
Yeah, you did. He did. You got the thing with the job. I had my whatever the fuck it was.
Mhm.
Oh, I met the dog. I met Bo,
Yeah.
little fucking boxer
we did it in the beginning.
Rottweiler mix.
I was like, wait, I'm very confused now.
And we're going to shoot the fucking movie in about 70 something days.
Travis, you know exactly how many days. I'm getting a snowball. That's gonna be fancy. So no more this, but more fancy and updated. What?
Nothing, you're on camera.
Yeah, there we go. You're gonna get it afterwards.
Oh, I know because she called me Josh.
I know.
That's why I was like, wait, what? What is going on here? That's not normally what I get called around here.
Can I give you a hand with anything, sweet D? Let's see the nails, JJ.
I only got one hand done. I gotta finish.
I
some
know,
stuff.
but I can help.
So I got one hand done. I gotta finish the other one.
This is how I survive in life.
Yeah, I see this. I need to take life lessons apparently.
No, don't take life lessons from me. That's the worst fucking thing you can do. Josh is gonna get a snowball tonight. Travis is giving JJ a snowball. Yeah, you're not gonna watch that happen. You're gonna film that shit, Jimbo.
I was gonna send it to you regardless because I was gonna just turn on the webcam so everyone could see it.
Sheesh.
That's how we're gonna open the show next week. Snowballing. Oh, we are bad people.
You are the one doing all the ball tickling and the
know.
snowballing. I'm just agreeing with you because
I've
it's
said
funny.
it the whole show. I have no filter. It just comes out. So if you're here, you've watched this far. We've had 8 viewers the whole time. So apparently we're doing it right. So not going to change what I do now. But I do have a feel good Friday.
All right, go for it.
I have one I didn't share. That I have the most adorable grandson on the planet. And he
That's
gets bigger
facts.
every day.
That's
He's
facts.
super cute.
That's facts.
That's my boy. So
That's facts. That is a plus.
So that is my feel good Friday. You got anything else you want to add, sir?
Gonna have Rick McCollum on my show tomorrow on my channel.
I forgot Rick was coming on tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's cool. Check that out. Same time tomorrow, 3:00. We'll have superstar Rick McCollum on there for his third or fourth appearance on throughout the channels. I know he was on a couple times on Tom and Amy's.
So this maybe 3?
3, somewhere around there. But yeah, so Rick's gonna be on tomorrow. That should be a good time. The dude is a great guy. Lots of stories out of this guy, so that'll be fun.
And we're talking mainly horror movies, right?
I don't know. I'm gonna let him just kind of go.
All right.
I'm just gonna kind of let Rick go.
Fair enough. I just know that they said that we could do more horror when the group chat, so it's like I'm not sure what you guys.
Yeah, but I don't know if Rick wants to do horror, we can do that. If he wants to talk about the ghost hunting and stuff like that, that's super cool. I know he's going to Scotland soon.
Oh, nice.
Or
And
Ireland
Rick's an
or both.
interesting dude. So
Yeah, Rick's he's got stories for days. It's funny every time I call him. And it's not that it's a bad thing at all. So I want to preface this by saying that when you know what I'm about to say is in no way a jab or anything. There's 2 people in this world that there are not short phone calls with. And again, they're both good for not being short phone calls. People that you enjoy the phone conversation with. There's Nick Muley.
Yep.
Because Nick, God bless him, love him to death. Never a short phone call with him, but it's cool because I love hearing what he's doing. I love hearing what he's up to. And he's always just, what a wonderful guy. And Rick McCollum, because that dude has got stories on stories. Yeah, and I'm just, at some points in my head, I'm like, you might want to save this for the show, bro. Or or I'll ask him again to tell him the stories. So they told me on the phone. So
what you should do when we go in the green room tomorrow, ask him if it's cool if you record what we're talking about and do your thingy, and you record stories he's talking about in the green room before the show. That way you could upload it later.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, that's true.
It's only
that was my best mic.
It's only like a half-hour span we do it for, so that's stuff that he might not bring up during the show or whatnot, but it'd be cool to have.
That's not a bad idea at all.
And this is why we make a good team, bro.
Yes, and I'll have to advertise that shit
tonight when you get home.
Yeah,
because of Rick McCullough.
No, after the workout. It's not my workout, Travis. Don't get excited. Can you come on the show tomorrow? Yeah,
of course. Yeah, dude. Like, I don't. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't. I'm so like, you're welcome anytime. Like,
yeah, dude, you can come on whenever you want.
Give me a text. You're right in.
Yeah. Out, guys. See you all next time. Goons, I'll see you shortly, brother. Thank you for watching. Love you, buddy. Hope you enjoyed.
Have a good night. Drive home safe.
Day.
I have not yet. I have to listen to it tonight. It's on my things to watch. So Pam sends me cool instrumental music from like movie soundtracks.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's from the end of the Twilight thing that I lived 1,000 years.
Okay.
Whatever.
Another good one if you like instrumental movie scores. Donnie Darko and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Okay, I'll definitely check that out.
Both have very good music, orchestral scores.
Yeah, you're good to come on.
Yeah, you can find that 3:00. So I'll send you. Well, so that's
to 2:00 there.
2:00 your time. But I'll send you a link in the chat and everything. That's no worries, man. I got you.
Yeah, I have a weird addiction with like cover music and instrumental music of like other songs. Like half of my music library is covers.
There's a shit ton of like Disney punk covers.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like a whole ton of those, man.
Oh, what's his name? Jonathan Young. One of my favorites. He does such a good job.
Never heard of him.
That's okay. You know, you're not really into Disney, so I don't blame you for not knowing.
Rachel Zegler sucks. Fuck you, bitch. I want to take this opportunity to say that, fuck you. You're dumb.
I don't like
Your movie's dumb. You're dumb. You're the asswipe of Hollywood at this point, and couldn't happen to a nicer coos.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your career is over when you can't even sell Snow White.
Yeah.
Though I do enjoy seeing like Peter Dinklage and them like yelling at the fact like why'd you CG like
He lost a lot of clout with me too, man. Peter Dinklage.
Really?
Yeah, dude. That's an off-camera conversation.
No, you're good.
He's not.
Her
he's
face
not,
is dumb.
He's
so
not.
Gal Gadot though.
It's weird. But no, Peter Dinklage is not like on fuck you, Peter Dinklage status yet. But he's not in my big bitches. Walleye bitch, man. She like man, and her. She no.
You know when we always have the news on at work in the morning, and they had
it dropped like 5 viewers. Like, oh,
I know. Well, they know we're getting close to the end, so now we're just rambling. So we had the news on at work today, and I was walking by, and they're making a sequel to Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or whatever it's called.
Oh God.
And I'm like, wait, why does that need a sequel? Didn't it end with the Charlie Manson shit? So I'm like, wait, what? I'm not doing that on purpose.
Yeah, no, I know.
What question?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, why do we need a sequel for a movie that was
Because nobody is doing anything original.
not great?
Except for the Anointed. We're gonna hashtag refresh movies.
If you want to watch, the concept trailer, it is in the description below.
Mhm.
Just clicky.
And watch out for new, I believe, new artwork or posters or something coming.
Yeah, there's something
We'll
coming out
talk
soon.
about something. I don't know.
We'll have to see. But on that note, everybody have a fantastic night. And if everyone was good to somebody,
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Go ahead. And you screwed it up already, but I knew where you were going for. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let him have it. Go ahead.
No, I'm done messing with you.
Are you?
Yep.
So just knocked your fucking Batman over. Take that, Val Kilmer.
Oh, you bastard.
I didn't mean to. It was accidental.
No, you're fine. But go out there and be good to people because life is too short and your kindness might just improve somebody's day or just give them that little jolt they need to feel good about themselves. Because I have a friend who just lost a friend because she was really down on herself. So be good to people because you just never know what's going on in their head. And it's a dark world. So just be good to people.
It doesn't cost anything either.
It's free. On that note, we'll see you tomorrow on Hefty's channel and Heft TV for Tom and Amy crossover with Rick McCullough. And now Groovy. So cool show tomorrow. Definitely go check that out. Like and subscribe below.